Hello again, brothers and sisters. Jack Talcott here to remind you how to live without fear. I want to reach out at this time of a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, a lot of confusion, a lot of anger. There's a lot going on in this world today. So today I want to speak to you as a human being, okay? Someone who cares, someone who wants to understand, who actually believes there's a beautiful world hidden behind this chaos that we see every day. And I want to expand your mind a little bit, raise your consciousness, remind you of the fact that you are an enlightened being, and maybe give you some tips to, well, I want to share some different perspectives today. Frankly, I've been placed on an unusual path, and as much as I want to be done with YouTube, here I am. I know my purpose, and my purpose is to try and help others. It's what all of our purpose is. So, today, with your permission and your allowance, if you allow yourself to understand me, my goal is actually, to be quite honest, to help you rearrange the structure of your consciousness, to offer you a different perspective to view your views of the world. We're doing shit wrong. And that's why I want to talk to you as a friend, so that I can swear or maybe get away with a little liberal use of terms. Because a lot of the things I want to describe are right in front of our eyes. You know, there's a lot of guys and gals on YouTube right now with millions of followers. And they have millions of followers because they are sharing value that others are enjoying and absorbing. And I've been blessed to learn from a lot of them. I have no followers, but I have a very unique collection of knowledge and a unique perspective based on my unique experience, just like you. And so that's kind of the point of taking your trust and bringing our mind on a little voyage, just to point out some visible problems that honestly I used to accept as normal and even used to believe are good. It's insane what this world is. It's insane what we allow ourselves to accept. The main point I want to get across to everyone is we can, as humans, I am confident in this fact, we can exist without profits and debts. It's secrets. Secrets create divisions. They create lies. They create false evidence appearing real, illusions, confusion, distortions for control. It's absurd. I have a lot of notes. Like I said, I hope to be done on YouTube, but I've been inspired by a lot of thoughts that I've been trying to share. So if you're one of those folks who I've been reaching out to, thanks for finally listening. And to anyone who's listening, thank you for pressing play and for sharing your valuable time and attention with me. But if you can listen to me like a trusted friend or like maybe a wise professor or someone you respect, you'll be more excited in order for the knowledge to pass through your mind and into your heart for your understandings. There's a lot of layers to this existence that we live in, and it's a polarity, or it's a duality of polarities. So Everything that I say can be proven as false, and everything that's false can be proven as true. There's exceptions to everything, and there's only one, one absolute. So, growing up in this world, we were taught everything. That's how we learn. We learn from observation and experience. But here's the key: we each get to choose the meaning of what is true for us. There's an absolute truth of the reality of the moments, the now, that existed in the past and proceeds eternally through now. There's an eternal truth of what is real, of form. But each of us, through our unique experiences and the knowledge we are allowed to learn from opportunities and surroundings and environments, we each obtain a subjective truth. And all these little pieces of our individual subjective truths make up what the collective truth is of our planet. So, growing up, we throw words around pretty sloppily without giving a lot of thought to the meaning of what is true. At least that's how I used to be. Words are incredible tools. They create lies, create wars, they form truth, reveal honesty, create friendships. Words are powerful tools. So some of the terms we use often are like common sense. Well, there's a common sense of what we accept throughout our society as normal, but stop and think for a moment. Why do we have human beings in prisons and detention camps and refugee camps and rioting and fighting, terrorism, counterterrorism, divisions, labels, name it? It's insanity. We're going to change this world when we choose to change it. God allows creation, allowed us to be formed as a species. God gifted us with knowledge, revealed to us through other beings of consciousness, with and without form. God allowed knowledge to be passed through to the collective knowledge of mankind through angels, advanced civilizations, technologies, all sorts of ways. God is what all things are formed from. What we are forms of energy and knowledge. This life is a dream. It's a dream in physical form. Okay, the physical form allows us the actual feelings of these glorious bodies. And they're pleasure suits, man. Yoga, meditation, exercise, stretch, massage. Whoa! Amazing. So, we're living these dreams. We're given this gift of experience that in our language we call life, of form, in this form of me, in this form of you, which is actually God allowing creation for universe to take form into you. We've been deceived. We've been taught to obey authority from humans, blindly obey, blindly follow. Think about that. That's foolish. God is wisdom. The thing that carries us through those tough times of survival is our knowledge. What is true? What can we figure out with this gift of intellect and creativity and imagination combined with memory, logic, and reasoning? Knowledge keeps us alive and allows us to create technologies for comfort, for health, for sharing. But this human species, we've been selfish parasites fighting amongst each other from the beginning of time. That's kind of my background expertise, I guess, is I've been blessed to have learned from the spiritual masters, from Jesus, from Buddhas, the words written, the yogis, the philosophers, and the brilliant scholars that studied them and helped translate documents and texts and knowledge. And at the same time, I've been blessed to learn from researchers who have been shown the truth of the ugliness of this world. Human trafficking, sacrifice, Satanism exists. And not in loving forms either. There's darkness out here, taken form through the manifestation of energies from the intentions and desires of human beings. It's how the forms that we create, or the energies of our thoughts combined with our heart, create our desires and our intentions, and those energies form our words and understandings and our actions. It's crazy how all this stuff works. And that's my point. I spend my days, well, that's the point I want to share with you. In all the craziness of this world, it's insane. But the only thing that really, truly matters, the only thing that matters right now, and at every now, from now on, the only thing that matters in your life is what you choose to do and what you choose to allow. So when you release yourself of the ego, and I've talked about ego and consciousness and all this stuff before, please check out my other videos. But when you release yourself from the ego, from that selfishness of insecurity, the problems around you, you detach yourself from control. They're not your problems. The problems exist. There's no avoiding them, but what do? You rise above them. You raise your consciousness as an enlightened soul. Find the truth of what is so that you can find gratitude in what is, because what is of purpose. It's by order. It's by God's allowance. It's our job to figure it out. So that's kind of my point. God allowed us this game to be created of life. And then if the scripture's right, God says, okay, I'm going to come down and I'm going to, I gave them the commandments, I gave them the rules, and they couldn't follow the rules. I flooded them, I plagued them, I punished these damn children, these human beings. Oh, someone go down there, show them what I mean. There's Jesus. Hey, I am speaking as God, communicating with you. This is how you should live. And if history's accurate, humans killed him, killed God. And then Nietzsche said it right. I think it was Nietzsche. Our science and civilization killed God again. from our hearts, from our minds. We turned our backs. But we're here to restore it, and that's what I'm here to remind you of. You're here for the same purpose as me. We're here to reconnect to the divine source of intelligent energies, which allows form to occur, and through the occurrence of form and change creates events, and events are simply recorded in measurable recordings to calculate time. It's all illusions. It's all made up on so many different levels. So it's ours to do with what we believe. And what I believe is that with the ending of corporate and government secrets, we can start eliminating these illusions of authority and division and separation. Without secrets, there's no more enemies. So why has our government been holding secrets against its citizens for so many years? Creating lies, non-disclosure agreements. It's insanity. And we reap what we sow if the old words are true, which I got a lot of faith in what I've read. I trust truth and allow it to be true, and then I don't fight with what is, at least I try not to. I think that's the message God was sharing to us through Jesus, through Buddha, through yogis, through many others who have sacrificed themselves trying to change this world for peace and prosperity. But if you live in America like me, you have access to email, hard postal mail, social media, telephone, face-to-face visits with our elected officials. I'd much rather explain these things about unity and the importance of now and change and vision for better futures to the citizens that think they're in charge, and we allow them to be called leaders. Stupid. What are we doing? Seriously. We don't help each other because of some piece of paper. The piece of paper is worthless. It's imagined by banks. They type some numbers into a computer, or they print some pieces of paper and call it money and say, hey, you owe us more than this. And then we got human beings making their careers imposing laws and injustice and inequality upon its citizens. I don't know. Hey, it's Friday night. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my night, but I've been inspired and I haven't been able to communicate with anyone else, so here I am and here you are. So please, God bless you. Hopefully this makes some sense. You know, life is intended to be beautiful and glorious. And that was one of the things I wanted to share from Alan Watts, a brilliant man. The glory of life is simply to be alive. This ego mind of ours, this dishonest mind, this low morality that we've allowed into our consciousness, it holds us back. Start paying attention to the crap that we're calling each other, telling each other is food, charging money for. Start paying attention to the stupid things we pay money for. Pay attention to where those products come from. What happens to it when you're done? Hey, anyway, it's Friday night. Gonna go enjoy the social nightlife, whatever there is of it. This pandemic thing. I enjoy my walks and my meditation. God bless us all. Namaste. Live without fear and peace. Peace for everyone.